Hello and welcome to another edition on the Go Rhody Podcast. I'm Scott Brand, your host. Today I have a special guest, RJ Johnson. He's a transfer from Charleston Southern, 6'1" point guard. First of all, thanks for stopping by, RJ. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Appreciate having me.
It's been very exciting. It was kind of funny because I go on Twitter a little bit, not too much. I try to stay away from it during transfer season, maybe like 30, 40 times an hour. Yeah. So all of a sudden I see this guy, RJ Johnson, and just being honest. I said, I have no idea who he is, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
And frankly, I've never met an RJ or been a fan of an RJ that wasn't a good player, starting with RJ Barrett, RJ Lewis. You're well proportioned. You're ready to take out the physicality of the Atlantic 10. So, no, I didn't know, but I've been doing my research and I'm a pretty smart guy because we have a lot to be thankful for you coming in here today. It's very consequential guest that you are because you're coming into a situation where there really was only two players aside from the four freshmen coming in. That must have been a little daunting to you. How was that?
It was good. I mean, it's a part of it, so it wasn't too daunting for me at all. I accept all challenges.
Yeah, it for our fans, it was hard for us, but now we feel like we have players like you and Jonah and others. We have some really good freshmen, and we're running for some really good players. So I'm confident. I have a lot of faith in Archie anyway. I like to call him Archie Stealth Miller because we don't know what's going on here. And you know what? That's better. Whatever it is, we don't need to interfere with his recruiting. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yes, sir.
it's a nice surprise. We don't have any people working inside CIA positions in his office or at the admissions office. So it's a big surprise. Who knows? After this podcast, I'm going to go right on Twitter and see who's next down there. It happens very quickly. But
It does.
you really can fill it up from all over the court. I I know you're a great 3-point shooter, but also from two, and I've seen you take it to the hole. So I think our fans are going to be very excited. On another note, make sure you subscribe to the Go Rhody podcast. We're having the commissioner of the Atlantic 10 coming on shortly. Did you know that, RJ?
I did
First
not.
ever Glade. And the feat, it's a feat, the excitement level is just phenomenal. I must have had about 150 questions from fans of the 14 teams. So that's coming up, and Jonah Hinton is also going to be coming on. He might be your backcourt mate.
Yes,
So
sir.
we never know about that, but I like his game too, and you guys could really complement each other.
I'm a point guard, true point guard at heart. I can really run a team. I led the Big South in assists this year at about 4.5. So I think I thrive best when I'm in a position to run a team, ball in my hands, create not only for myself but for other people. But like you said as well, I can score it. I've always been around, 14, 15 a game, even on low shot attempts. So I'm efficient with my scoring. I'm a high free throw rate guy. I get there a lot. Great at drawing fouls. I understand angles, know how to create contact. I have a physical frame. I'm blessed with it, so I use that to my advantage to get to the line, and then I'm a great free throw shooter. I lead Charleston Southern all time in free throw percentage, and that's even after a bad year this year from the line. I should be even higher. So,
Yeah.
I can really do it all. I can play off the ball as well. I'm great in catch and shoot situations where my feet are set. I can shoot it off the bounce. Have a great mid range game. I'm smart when it comes to finishing over people. So I mean, I can really do it all. And then defensively, I can pick you up full. I can guard guys bigger than me because of my strength. So
If
I
I
think
was
that
on the court, could you do all those things?
of course.
You have a little height advantage on me, but is it a little, and I'm using this word again, how is it following Sebastian Thomas? Have you been getting to know Bassy's game even before you decided to come here?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't familiar with him until obviously Rhode Island reached out, and I watched some film, of course.
Mhm.
He's a really good player, lefty, quick, off the bounce, slithery. So yeah, I've watched a little bit of him. Our games are a little bit different, but he's a great player in his own right. A lot of respect for him.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing out. Well, it was so hard for us to lose him, and I'm the type of guy after the second game, I was worried because we only have 29 or so games left. But when something like that happens, you get an entirely different player that will help our team. And I didn't know who that player was, but having a guy like you definitely perimeter wise are as good as we've had in a long time. We have some surprises today on the show for you. I have a video from the Big South video,
Okay.
and you're phenomenal in there. And I'm talking about you statistically, but off the court, you are pretty impressive too in a few categories. So I'm looking forward to playing that. But that's coming up. Before we get into that, I wanted to you were mentioning some of the statistics, and the first thing is the foul shooting, and it really has hurt us. We did a little better last year, but we go through periods, even in the point guard position, to have a guy who shot last year 78% and the year before 88%. We'll take 78%. We'd love it, 88% even more. So, and you do talk about that when it comes to the video with the breathing and everything. So
Yeah.
I am, before we go to that, have you heard of Chris Disano? Chris Disano is
I
like,
have not.
yeah, you will be though, because he is a phenomenal broadcaster and writer. And this is what he had to say about you. And he comes in with a whole different perspective that I never would have thought of. But what he likes is that you add a free throw rate kid. That's what he's calling it. I never heard that before. You had 6 games where you attempted 11 foul shots, and we need plenty of impact pieces. Sure, we definitely need a front line, but I'll take a smart veteran guard who shares it, gets to the stripe and converts 78%. So that's taking it from a guy that knows what he's talking about. And I know I'm starting to get to know you. You're probably saying it's going to be 88%, maybe even higher.
Yeah. 78 was terrible.
Yeah. I know.
From
What
my
are we talking
standpoint.
about?
Yeah.
78 is a complaint,
Yeah,
but
that's off.
for you, I guess it is. But another thing you shot uh, beyond the arc, another thing that is important for us. You had 38% and 33%. This season, I think you were 33, and the year before you were 38. Those are both outstanding numbers. There must be some kind of reason. Maybe you had a better team your senior year. Numbers go down a little bit because there's less shots, more people. I'm just going with something, but like I said, 38, 33, splitting hairs when it comes to that.
Yeah, we two different styles of play. Last year we played a little bit differently than we played this year. My shot attempts were down this year. The way I was used was a little bit different within our offense. I was actually, moved around position wise. I was a little bit off the ball more in the beginning of the season because I had a lot of multiple 3, 4, 5, 6 made threes in a game when I was off the ball. Then I kind of got back on it. So this year was a little bit difficult in terms of that. But I don't think there was a dip in numbers at all. Actually, I think I still averaged 14. The assist numbers were higher, so I was still responsible for points. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know.
15-3 and 14-5 to me are about the same thing.
And what you're talking about is you went from 3.1 to 4.5 assists per game. A
Exactly.
lot of people will take that over anything. We want a
Exactly.
true point guard, and you're a true point guard, but you add a whole nother dimension that a lot of people. Another thing we like is assist to turnover ratio, 1.4.
Yeah,
What's up,
campus
guys?
is
It's RJ
beautiful.
Johnson here, point guard at Charleston Southern University. At Charleston Southern, I've been asked to do a little bit more than I did at Holy Cross, and I think that's brought out the best in me. Biggest thing was Saad Nimley. Our relationship is the sole reason why I came back to play for him. I believe in the vision he has here at Charleston Southern and what he has to offer for not only this team but myself next year. That was a big thing growing up. Don't miss free throws. I think that's really half the battle, just my mindset when I go to the line. And then the other thing is just reps. I think I practice free throws a lot more than the average basketball player. So yeah, reps, confidence, and then just breathing. Make sure your breathing's well. Make sure you're calm at the line. Take your time and knock it in. When Coach Nims took over as a head coach, that was the big motto, Edict 7. Every day is game 7 just means to attack everything like it's your last, really. Whether that's going to class, doing your schoolwork, treatment, working out in the weight room, in the gym, just bringing the same amount of effort, intensity, and focus to everything that you do. And I thought as a guy who can make music himself, I might make a song for the introduction. I shouted everybody out, so they all enjoyed the things I had to say about them, so it was pretty dope.
Across that chest with all 15 of us represent. Game 7 on 3 and on 6, it's all togetherness. We went out of smoke, stand on business when that pressure hit.
I really just do it for fun. Whatever happens with it. I leave that in God's hands, but I really just do it for my peace of mind and to be able to take my mind off of basketball. I'm an HR management major right now. My first year of the master's program. So it's been exciting to start on. After I'm done playing, I want to coach. So I felt like obviously understanding how to manage people is a big part of that, and hopping into that major would help me significantly after I'm done playing.
Yeah, no, I did everything. I write it, make the beat, record it, mix it, all of that. That song in particular, my dad, he helped me out a little bit with it, but other songs I have, I do it all just sitting here actually in my room. So I've been doing it for a long time now.
That's a great talent. Your dad must inspire you. He's in the music industry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He most definitely inspired me. I grew up playing the drums, so that was kind of my introduction to music.
Another thing you brought up was your HR background. Are you going to continue with that? I know you are a graduate student coming in. Will be your final year, but you're a scholar as well, not just an athlete.
Yeah, that's most certainly the plan. I want to be able to finish and get my master's, just because that's a great accomplishment and it's free. It's being paid for. So
yeah,
why not get a little leg up in life and have a master's as well? So yeah, most definitely enjoy that area, and hopefully I can continue to do that at Rhode Island.
and then you've got the ED7. I love it. Every day is game 7. It sounds like some kind of professional designation. Yeah, I'm an ED7. Very proud of that. Now, tell me about that. That's a great way to approach every game. You want people to be desperate on every play and not take plays off. And every day's game 7. I think that's wrong word, but that one really is good. Maybe we'll adopt it at Rhode Island again.
Yeah, it sticks. It sticks.
I have a bunch of questions that our fans would love you to answer. Let's get to them. First is, what other schools that reached out to you and showed serious interest besides Rhode Island? Was there a list of them, or it doesn't really matter to me? Just, it's kind of gossipy type of thing.
Yeah, the list is long, to be honest. I had a lot of different schools from a lot of different levels. A couple in American, a couple others in the A10, WCC, Mountain West. So all in that ballpark. Rhode Island came plenty strong, and it was just a match made in heaven. So,
and this goes with it. Why did you pick us? I don't like the way that sounds. It's almost like an inferiority complex, of course.
Right.
But I'll ask you anyway. What was it that stood out? Everyone has to have a reason for picking a school. What was your reason for Rhode Island? There's so many. The beach.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
Well, one, the area is actually familiar to me. being at Holy Cross.
That's right.
So I've been up there before. I know what it's like. I enjoyed my 2 years up there in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I know, Rhode Island's not too far from there. I have a lot of respect for Archie, Coach Miller. So playing for him is, enticing to me. I love the conversations that we've had and how he plans on using me within their system and the way that they play. I think I could fit in right away. It's a pretty free flowing offense, and it would be an easy situation for me to step into and be productive. And then obviously, the A10 is a great league, and Rhode Island is a great school. It's bigger, has a bigger student population. The fan base, you guys care, you guys support, you guys want to win. So, all those things went into me ultimately deciding to come to Rhode Island. I just wanted to be a part of something that felt a little bit bigger than me and, go to a program and win a lot of games and be successful and play for a really good coach. And I think, Rhode Island checked all those boxes.
Who was the lead recruiter for Rhode Island? I told you he's stealth. We don't know this stuff. We used to know all these things. There's no articles in it.
Yeah, I talked to Whitford, Coach Whitford first.
Okay.
He reached out to me, and then really just him and Coach Miller, just those two guys. It was a pretty quick process, to be honest.
Really?
A lot of boxes checked right away. And when you have something in this transfer portal world that fits and it feels right, what's the wait? What's the hold up? So, but yeah, to answer the question, Coach Whitford was a lead recruiter.
And what is the best part of your game, and what do you need to improve on? Tough questions. These guys are not easy. I'd hate to interview for a job with them.
Nah, it's all good. The best part of my game, I think, is my ability to make plays. It seems kind of cliche, but not a lot of people can actually consistently make a play out of nothing, too, right?
Yeah.
So I think my biggest strength is just my ability to create plays, whether that's me scoring or me setting up an opportunity for someone else. I make the game easier for guys around me. The thing for me to work on, I think, is just continuing to be consistent from three, from the free throw line, from all areas. Just continue to be more consistent, more efficient, continue to make even more shots. So, I'm older now. I look at the game a lot differently. It's a really simple game. I try to keep my game as simple and straightforward as possible. So just going out there, taking the right shots is really the most important thing. And then, when you take the right ones, you got to make them. So that's all I'm really working on. When I go in the gym, it's just the same reps of game shots, and you got to go out there and make them. That's what the best players do.
I think it'll be contagious with the other players, especially the 4 freshmen that we have coming in. Maybe you'll take some of them under your wing. We have a 6'6" guard, Barrett Lohr, who, I'm sure he'll play more wing, but he handles the ball pretty well. One of them is going to get some minutes, I have a feeling. What are your thoughts? I know you mentioned briefly about this, about Archie and the staff.
Yeah. I mean, I love him so far. In our short time of knowing each other, obviously still have a lot to learn about him. Once I get up there in the summer, but obviously feel great about it, and I'm excited to get to work, and just to be pushed. I want to continue to get better and develop as a player as well. So,
how long has this recruiting been on when you first came to campus? Is this?
I haven't even been up to campus yet.
Oh, you haven't been?
No, I haven't been up yet. I'm flying out next weekend.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Defensive wise, we haven't talked about your game. How do you view your defensive game as well?
I think I'm a great defender. I think that's one of my better qualities. As I said before, like, my strength allows me to guard multiple positions. Like, I can truly guard guys taller and bigger than me because I can keep them out of the paint because I'm strong enough to. And then my feet are always there. So I have great anticipation. I'm smart too. I understand angles. I played college basketball for a long time.
This is just shot in the dark. Can you sing something for us? I've never had anyone do that for us, but maybe.
Steve?
Yes. See how I wait? I'm stealth too. I wait till the end. I tire you out with all these questions, but you have a song, Give us.
I don't have anything.
You're not going to do it, are you?
I don't have anything to say. Nah.
Okay,
that's funny. I'll drop some more music soon, though. I got you.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Well, I always end it on the same way. I said, when it comes to Rhody basketball, it's always go Buccaneers. Go Rhody. Sorry about that. Listen, RJ, you're a great asset to this team. You're a serious guy, and I can't wait to see you take over the court, and a lot of people will lead. Thanks so much for coming in, and let's stay in touch.
Yes, sir. Will do. I appreciate you having me on. Very excited for this season. Can't wait to get up on campus, meet all the fans, interact with them. I promise to go out there and give my all, work hard every day to bring this school a championship and to represent not only myself, but this university the right way.